Hello, Talofa, and welcome to another episode of Fautasi Wisdom. I released a video last week about the longboat Fautasi race that our all-women's team took part in, which forever changed a sport that was taboo to women. Throughout the years, I received many private messages and DMs from young women, mature women, and teenagers for some advice. One of the common threads in these messages was, Zita, can you please teach me how to be confident and fearless in a male-dominant workplace, or in a village committee, or in a corporate boardroom? I created this channel, Fautasi Wisdom, as a space where I share the insights and life lessons gleaned from working with many large teams of men for over 20 years, and now women. It's also a space where I share the stories and lessons of the struggles, the obstacles, the failures, and the triumphs that we endured with many teams I was privileged to coach and mentor. My hope is that my sharing of these lessons might help you, my audience, in some form or other. Because together we thrive. Fautasi. I'm a mother of 4 sons. I have 2 grandsons and 1 granddaughter, the one girl in a family of men. She will be 5 this year, and already she's bossy, confident, feisty, and lovable, and of course wants to get her way all the time. Zita, my granddaughter, will be a teenager in 8 years in a world of social media and AI. So I speak about the following with my granddaughter in mind and the women who reached out to me. I will try my best to give you some clarity on lessons that I've learned and the systems that I implemented for myself to cope and own my place as a woman of confidence and high value. Social media is the deadliest obstacle in our journey to discovery of our inner selves. I am so fortunate to have grown up in a time as a young girl without social media. We filled our days with doing, with adventures down the river and shooting flying foxes at night and shrimping at night. But now, our young people live their lives through their phones all day and all night. Even now, at my age, I realize the power and the hold that our phones and social media has on us. Can you imagine the immense influence it has over our minds, and most especially on those who are too young and vulnerable to know? Because the more time we spend on these devices, the more we unconsciously feel the pressure to copy those who we think are successful or beautiful because the ads say so, or because they have the latest flawless makeover, or cool and trendy with the latest fashion, and generations of young women wrongly thinking that the only way to becoming confident and powerful ourselves is when I own the latest Coach bag or the must-have trending Hermes scarf, and that our looks and how beautiful we are is what matters above all. But it's not. It's not. I believe that us women have a different way of seeing things, and I appreciate this more now from having birthed 4 sons and having coached hundreds of men over 2 decades. You see, we have a more holistic way of finding solutions to problems that we're faced with. Men have their own way of figuring things out, and it's wonderful. But we women have our own way too, with our mind, our brave spirit, and the impact that we bring to our own communities is so much more beautiful than our physical looks, because your impact lives on, way beyond the death of your physical body and your looks. I also found out from experience that we are judged so harshly for the tiniest thing, but we must accept it. But let it be the force that makes you more powerful, more strong, and wise. Confidence comes from the spirit of knowing. It comes from knowing that there are several ways to get to the top of any hard mountain. For example, if you want to gain self-confidence in a male-dominant workplace, which you see as a massive mountain, celebrate the fact that you are self-aware, that you know that this is your personal mountain to climb. Own it. Then ask yourself, how do I conquer this mountain? If you're spending a lot of money on the latest trends to be beautiful and attractive to men, don't allow yourself to fit into the latest trend and just be like everybody else. Be the trend with what you have and can afford. Allow yourself to experiment. And if you're called weird and labeled the strange one, so be it. Embrace your wackiness, your uniqueness, the inner spirit and essence of you. And at the same time, honor and guard your value as a woman. Be you, and please don't become this lame default cookie cutter woman that society in general say that men like. Because you know what? When you're authentically you, the man who has eyes and brains will see beyond the surface and find the whole beautiful woman within. And the shallow ones, well, they won't see the quality woman that you are, period. Yes, your physical appearance matters, but it's not the only thing that matters. Read, cultivate a love of books, self-educate, research. Be the woman who is always learning, because it absolutely expands your thinking and your horizons and your confidence. Learn to question everything and finding creative solutions to your own problems. I was so fortunate to have been raised by parents who valued intelligence and common sense over good looks. Someone said, I just can't remember who, that it's better to be a smart woman, because a smart woman will always find a way to be beautiful inside and out. Now, isn't that great? Be always aware that social media platforms gets huge spikes from violence and the insecurities of people, the insecurities of young, impressionable women, the insecurities of the older woman who feel that they've reached their use-by date and feel that they're no longer attractive to their partners or husbands or anyone. As a smart, well-read woman, you learn that what's touted online is not always true about women, and that your sense of worth is not limited to your looks only. It's what's in here and here. And you learn to harness that powerful sense of a woman who has learnt the sport or the field that you work in inside out, that you become so formidable while also being graceful. Make a daily habit of switching off from your devices and from everyone for 1 to 2 hours or more a day. Use this time to retreat to a universe of silence and peace. Learn to hear your thoughts. Learn to listen to your heart, and simply being comfortable with your own company. Make it a sacred daily ritual and call it me time. Because if you don't develop a habit of self-reflection and self-love, where every man-made gadget is locked away and be away from everyone else, you will never really discover the inner qualities of your person. It's like going to the gym every day when we want to get fit. If you stick to it consistently, you will find that what you perceived as a scary, intimidating, and difficult no longer is, because you've learned to take control of the mental and physical realms of your person. And you've learned that the muscle of confidence has to be trained, just like how you train the muscles of your body to be fit. You see, I find immense confidence from this ritual where I retreat to gather my thoughts, to slow down my racing heart when I'm nervous. I develop this daily habit as a means of survival, an escape from the noise, the opinions, the talk, the ridicule, just to hear my own voice, just to hear my own intuition, just to hear my own thought processes and allow my spirits to fly into the zone. This was how I became super confident in a sport of men, where the whole being is primed and ready because you took the time daily to sharpen and hone your senses and your being. There was a time when I didn't follow my own ritual, and I became easily panicked. My blood pressure spiked over several months, and I found myself in hospital in New Zealand. And I realized that I had forsaken my own daily ritual and needed to retrain myself to completely switch off and regain the confidence in my own mental capacity to switch off. And this one naturally follows, where you have the confidence to become your own friend and honor your own needs. You're able to walk away from people who make you feel bad about yourself. Life is too short to live a life of unhappiness and stress from those who think they mean well to you, but not. This self-awareness and self-confidence will make you choose your own pathway and not based on what's expected of you. Choose and create the life that you want to live. If others disapprove, it's not your problem. If it's your parents you want to seek approval from, be gentle with them. Take the time to explain your reasoning and what's in your heart. And when you do, they will be there to pick you up when it doesn't work out. But you tried, and try again, and try again. And in the process, you learn and gain the confidence. And that the approval of others should not be the guiding force in your life. Only you get to live your life that you see in your dreams. So live it the way you want. Because if you don't choose and control your goals and your dreams in life, your life will be controlled for you. And then you end up living a life unfulfilled, hollow, and full of regret and sadness. One other very important lesson that I learned that can boost or fry your confidence is to choose your friends wisely. If you do, life is simply wonderful. But if you don't, it won't matter how many awards you collected or your IQ is through the stratosphere or how much money you make. Your life will be burnt bananas. Be vigilant with the company that you seek, but don't stop being the wonderful, loving, kind, and quirky, strange human being that you are. And for us more mature, gorgeous women, we must take care of the health of our bodies and not be fanatical about anti-aging and mourning every gray hair or every zig and sag on our faces. Take that body, that temple, take it out for some much needed vitamin D and allow the sun rays to energize your skin and have fun. Did you know that the sun on your body has many positive effects on your energy and mood? Imagine doing that daily. We would literally be doing handstands from our balconies. I wish you all a happy Easter holiday. If you enjoyed this episode, please share your thoughts and comments below. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and notification bell for more of my episodes every week. Tō whā soifua.